So your Facebook ads aren't working like you want, and you really are not too sure why, but you want to know why. Stay tuned because I've got the best tips for you and what's working right now. You won't want to miss it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Kaz. I'm an elite digital marketing coach and I help you find paying clients with your social media, both paid and organic, and we're here to talk today all about Facebook ads and what is working right now, because ultimately that's what we want to do, that's what we want to know, and that's what we want to implement in order to get results. So what I'm seeing work really well is Facebook lead generation ads, otherwise known as lead form ads. So you might have seen these. Basically what it is a form which locates and what is located and lives on Facebook. So typically you would take time and you would create a landing page and send traffic off to the landing page and have to worry, oh my goodness, is this landing page any good? Am I going to get any customers from it? All that stuff. Well, this is so amazing because it takes out all of the rubbish and the jargon and the need for that, right? So you're going to set up a form that's going to live on Facebook and people put their details. Sometimes they don't even need to put their details in. Facebook will just put their details right in there. So it's really, really good. And why I believe this is working so well is for a couple of reasons. One, not many people are really doing this right now. Time of this recording, I don't see that many out there. I see a few. I see more than I used to, but not as many as there would be. So you have less competition with the marketplace, which is a good thing. Also, as people strip out their marketing budgets, they're not investing so much in Facebook. This is really good for you because, again, less competition in the marketplace. The second reason I think this works so well is in 2021, the spring of 2021, a lot of advertisers know this time well, it was the introduction of iOS 14. So basically what this meant, and you may not have known this, is while you're logged into Facebook on your phone, Facebook can track you. It used to be able to track your browser behavior, what you did, basically not just your activities in Facebook, but outside of Facebook. And Apple came along and went, we're done with that. Apps have to now ask, and people have to give over the right and their privacy to do that. So that's really hampered Facebook's ability to track what you've done. And a lot of people said it's been the demise of ads. Ads have worked not so well. So it's a change of strategy and thinking to think, okay, what I need to now do is worry about the people on the platforms, because Facebook knows exactly what you, if you're logged into Facebook and you do stuff, it knows exactly what you do. It can track you if you're on your desktop too. So it is still have capabilities, but what we're seeing is, you know, if you saw an ad and then you went off of Facebook to a website to sign up for that thing, and you have the privacy setting where Facebook cannot track you, it doesn't necessarily know straight away if you went and converted. So it can't optimize the ads in the way that it used to. However, if you fill out a form on the Facebook platform, then it knows. It's like, oh, you know what, Kaz filled out that form, got it. I'm gonna go find more people like Kaz who fit her demographic, her behaviors, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna go find those people. So this is why I think these have become so effective, and they're definitely something you are gonna wanna do immediately, especially if you're running ads and you are looking to attract leads. So I'm going to show you on this video how to set up a quick lead ad campaign and walk you through that whole process.
Okay, let's get into it. How to create a lead form ad. I'm going to give a quick tutorial with some hints and tips that you can just follow straight away. So here's how we're going to do it. You're going to hit create, and we are going to hit a lead campaign right here. Good for instant forms. Hit continue. And then give it a name. I like to just call it what it is, and then give it the month and year. Now, I will say with this, you really need to think about running this at $10 a day. I think in the past, you used to be able to get away with $5 a day. I'm all about doing the most with the least budget. This is a great way to do that. But I think $10 is where it's at a day. So if you were like, oh, I can't really do $300 a month, maybe just think about running this for 2 weeks, seeing what happens, and assessing accordingly. But you've got to start, obviously, you know, I recommend just starting at this, maybe something a bit more, and then scaling accordingly. But I think you're fine at $10 a day. Now, I like to keep the same name, so everything is nice and tidy and consistent. We're going to click Instant Forms. I like to run a Dynamic Creative because it allows you to mix different image options and different copy in order to get the best, see what works, and then turn the results into a non-dynamic creative ad. So then go ahead and add some audiences. I have to say this was really important, but as things have moved along, you can almost get away with just leaving this open targeting. I've seen people do that and it worked really well. There's a lot of this going on right now, advantage, detailed targeting. Facebook is really just kind of wanting to take the lead on some of this. So, you know, if you're like, yeah, why not try? I would say, make sure your pixel's been up and been running for some time so that it has good data. But I mean, if you're just like, no, I just can't do that, then by all means, start to add some demographics depending on who your target audience is. Who are you trying to target? Are you a product company and you're trying to attract that affluent buyer? Are you a coach and you're looking for female entrepreneurs? I would encourage you to go after audiences that are a little outside the box. When I was running ads for some coaches, definitely, you know, they were leaning in towards like corporate ladies that are wanting to get out their job. And an audience that did really well for us was The Guardian in the UK. So the Guardian newspaper, that people who read The Guardian seemed to be definitely a bit more affluent. And I don't know, it just, I think it's The Guardian. Yeah, it just seemed to kind of do well. These audiences change all the time, so I will say, so, you know, something that may have worked one time may not work another time. So definitely play around with this because you really want to see who is going to work for you and get you the best results. If you're looking for business owners, Amy Porterfield is a good audience to start. If you, honestly, there's one like page admins, and yeah, this right here. So if they have a business page admin, then they're a business owner. And so sometimes you can, if you're looking to attract business owners in certain niches, this is a really good way, because if they're a business owner, they're more than likely going to have a business page. And this is really going to avoid worrying about, oh, who are they? You know, this is business profile admins. I mean, yeah, if they have a business profile, amazing, which they should do, right? I mean, that's a pretty big audience, 44,000. Obviously, we've narrowed it by age and gender, but that would be a good place to start with that. Yeah, you see that does shrink it with the age and the gender. So, or what kind of software do they have? So an early business owner is more than likely using something like MailChimp. They might be using PayPal. Now, PayPal's hugely broad, so just keep that in mind. They may be using a Squarespace site. They may be using Square, the payment processor. Square Company, I believe, is it the payment processor? As they go on in business, are they, you know, or are you trying to, well, you see, but maybe, yeah, Snapchat. Are they, yeah, so as they go on in business, then do they up their game with their programming? Infusionsoft got rebranded to Keep, but I don't know if Facebook didn't get the memo. Are they using QuickBooks, right? So that's what I say. Don't lean towards the influencers. Go a bit broader with your targeting, because you might hit on something that people aren't using. That's a good way to think about and get ahead in some ways. So And then I always like to do the reach, this bit right here. This has been called different things over the years. Right now it's called advanced detailed targeting. So I like to add that in. Okay, so we'll get into the details of the ad itself. So what we're creating a ad that when you click on it, this little form pops up. So we need to build the ad and we also need to build the form. Now, if you are running this ad and you are wanting people to click and join your email list and then receive something, there is a way to, there's two ways you can do it. One, you can use Zapier. It's the best program for this. And they just go straight to your CRM, and then your CRM has an automation that takes care of it. Recently, Facebook did roll out something to this form where you can like gate the freebie. So you can set up that in that way, or you can set it up via Zapier and have people sign up and just join your CRM straight away. So I'm going to just assume it's that option for now and build this ad and this form accordingly. So we are going to set this up for my marketing checklist. I have some creative ready to go here. As I said, I like to pick a few images. I'm going backwards and forwards on this. I'm hearing that this is working really well for people, but when this was rolling out, it was terrible and it was like turning things strangely. So we'll leave it for now. As in this business, this changes all the time. You have to make sure you have a good network of people running ads so that you know what's working and what's not. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. Try this, see how it's working. Let me know in the comments. So, hey, I'm just going to write some brief copy just to just put something here. In your business. When I write copy, I like to write a fairly short version. Probably something a bit longer than this, if I'm honest. I like to then write a longer version that tells more of a story, is more introductory. And then I like to write something in between. I also like to sometimes write something kind of teasy. So, I mean, you may call it clickbaity, I don't know, but so in this one, I'm not really giving away exactly what they're downloading. You may think that's a good idea or not. You may think that's really spammy, but you know, maybe it wouldn't be quite like this, but it would be, I wouldn't be telling people everything. I'd be saying, you know, I have something, you might like it, click to find out. Okay, and then a headline. I always make one of these a call to action, honestly. Now, this form, this is the part we're going to create the form. I do have some forms already here, but we will go ahead and create a brand new form. In the background of the form right here, I would include the freebie, like what you're giving away. And I like to keep more volume. You can play around with these. I haven't seen a lot of difference between the two of these. But if lead quality is massively, I mean, lead quality should be important to everyone, right? But I think there are some industries that are more forgiving than others. If you're an influencer, you might just be going for the numbers. But if you sell a higher ticket off thing, you may want the higher ticket, the higher intent. So I would put your product right here, and then that will appear in the background. I'm going to just pick this t-shirt just so we can kind of see where this goes. Okay. And then we're going to write a headline that appears here. This I think really needs to kind of lead on from the ad. This is limited by characters, so you don't really want to put too much here. And so we're kind of, yes, just keep it kind of brief. You just want to kind of explain what's happening, that people will click up and sign. One thing about this is in this part, for the most part, Facebook fills in these. I definitely wouldn't recommend getting more than an email or a name. If you have a local business, you might want a phone number or an email or a physical address. One thing I like to use here is this right here. Enter your information below. We'll send you newsletters from time to time, but we'll never show your information or your spam. I think that's just a really nice little thing right there. And it really tells people like what people are getting. You would say, in this case, you would probably say enter information below to... Now you can make a generic one of these. I just wouldn't do that. I think you want something very specific to what you're doing. I think it's worth taking the time to customize it. I've also seen people make these and use these for the wrong offers. That is just really sloppy and lazy to me. So don't do that. I would just customize it for what you're running. Now, one thing with this, you really must have a privacy policy living on the web. This is the part you link it to right here. It wants to link to your privacy policy. You need that ready to go, and you can add that, and then it will, you cannot run this without this. So make sure you have that ready and you have the address ready to go. You can add a custom disclaimer. It's going to add it all here, but I wouldn't, you know, if you were doing a giveaway or something, or something in this that you need a disclaimer, you could, but you know, for the most part, we're ready to go. So we're working through, you know, so when someone clicks on this, they're going to come here. As they do each part, these are the different parts they're going to get. I know this kind of looks long, but when you actually do this, this is fairly short. So, and then you get the ability to add a visit website button. So you can customize exactly where this goes. Now, if you're running this for freebie, I would honestly put the freebie here. In order to get here, they would have had to have filled all this out. So you could literally put a direct link to download it. And I think that is a really, oh, what? I mean, it says you can't, but I've done it and it's worked fine. I think it depends on the links that you do, but, or you can download to your website, or, you know, it, I mean, it says it can't, but I've done it and it's worked fine. So I think it's a nice touch, and you can get around it with, depending on how and where you're hosting the freebie. Otherwise, I mean, you could put in a Instagram. There's not many options here. Like, unfortunately, this is set. So, you know, that's a kind of a bummer. But yeah, ultimately, you want to kind of just, you know, call business. No one's going to do that. So I mean, visit website. You could say like, you're all set, click to follow us on Instagram, and then that could create you your Instagram profile. It's one option, you know. Oh, you can customize this. Okay, so you can customize that. These are always changing, so Facebook is always keeping me on my toes. You could say click to, and then that could go to your Instagram profile right there. Now, you can save a draft, but once you've published this, from what I understand, you cannot edit this. So just be really careful that this is exactly what you want. You can delete these and do, you know, duplicate and do another one, but for the most part, you can't really edit it once you've published it. always something to add and finish off. Okay, so we've got our form. This is the one that people are going to do. So when they click on this, this is the form that appears. We are all set with all that. Now, as I said, you need to go into Zapier to then link the form. Now, you need the form all set and ready to go before you go to Zapier and connect Facebook to your CRM. So do this bit first, then do the Zapier bit. If you don't want to do that, what will happen is Facebook will collect the leads in a spreadsheet, which you then need to get. Facebook holds the leads for 90 days and then they are gone. So, but honestly, if you are doing a download or a freebie, you really must select this and connect this. You don't want people doing this and then not getting your freebie. That would not be a good experience. Otherwise, the leads are going to be right here once they collect. You'll be able to see straight away, you know, how many leads you're getting. The number appears right here. So Facebook will review this and then push this out. So this is what's working so well right now. I would definitely urge you to test this. This is a great way to build your email list. And what I love about this, you don't need to worry about a landing page, which is so good because you can get this running super fast. I cannot wait to hear how this goes. Let me know in the comments below how you did with your lead form ad.
Okay, so I have a question for you. What Facebook ad is working best for you right now? Leave it in the comments below and let's have a conversation. Now look, if you're struggling with your marketing, I understand it can be so overwhelming. So I really want to invite you to download my free marketing checklist, okay? The link is below. And basically, you're going to go ahead, download, and you're going to get this free checklist that's going to walk you through the really top. This is the minimum you can get away with tasks to successfully market your business. I've broken them down into monthly, weekly, and daily, and you'll be surprised how little there is, especially at the daily level. I only give you 2 tasks to do on the daily level. What, for social media? Hello. If you want that checklist, you won't want to miss it. Click the link below to get it. I hope these tips have been super valuable to you, and if you want to make sure that you never miss another video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it.